Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. My name is Mike Tellerino. I'm the CEO of K9 for Veterans. I'm here with Gina Bartucci from All Those Left Behind Animal Rescues. But before we begin tonight's show, I'd really like to take a moment of silence for the veterans who lost their lives in Normandy. So if you wouldn't mind, please bear with me. Thank you. Thank you. Well, tonight we're here, as I said, with Gina Bartucci from All Those Left Behind Animal Rescues. I've known Gina personally for a while now, and she's got more compassion and passion for what she does than a lot of people I know that are in the rescue business. And yeah, it's really an honor to have her with me tonight to explain what she's trying to accomplish with the sanctuary she's trying to put together. Gina, let me ask you, how did you get involved with this? When did it all start for you?
It started almost 10 years ago, or 11 years ago. We lost one of our dogs to cancer, and we were thinking, okay, let's adopt another. We got involved with a rescue. We went to foster, instantly fell in love in about 30 seconds and said we're keeping her.
You were a foster failure.
Yes, 30 seconds in.
That's how it usually happens when it does. I mean, that's a pretty story that goes on a lot. You know, these people say, "Oh, I like to foster." Then they get the dog in their house. They have it for a couple weeks, and you call them and say, "Well, we found a home. We'd like to, have some people come in." Oh, well, no, I'm gonna keep this one, but
right.
Thanks. And that happens a lot. How long have you been doing this with the animals now? It's been a while, right?
Almost 11 years now. So it's been a lot of time. Seems like longer.
Yeah, doesn't it, Tal?
Yes, it does.
So again, what made you, when you rescued that one dog? I mean,
Just seeing the conditions some of these animals are put in, the situations, how people don't care for them, it just gave us the drive to want to help so many more unfortunate ones that we just felt we had to do something. We couldn't not keep going.
Do you rescue any specific kind of dogs, or just any dog that needs help? Are you doing the older dogs, younger dogs, dogs with medical issues, or are there any? What do you look for when you do a rescue?
Pretty much we take those that are all those left behind, the ones that no one else will
So
take.
the older ones, the sicker ones,
medical.
But isn't that a lot more work and a lot? I mean, I don't. Is there many people out there that are looking for that kind of dog, or they'd rather pass that dog up to get a younger puppy, cute dog that's going to play with the kids?
Definitely.
I wouldn't think there's a lot of people out there that want to rescue a dog that's older or has health issues. So how hard is it to find someone like that that's going to do that for you? I mean,
It's hit or miss. Some people actually want an older dog because they don't want to have to train a puppy and housebreak them. They might have just lost a dog that they've had for 15 years and they don't want to start all over. But each person has their own thing. We still take in puppies. We still take in young ones. Our heart just breaks for the ones that don't get a chance.
It's the older ones that hadn't had a good life.
Yes.
That if you can give them the last 2-3 years of their life and make it a better life for them. I just think that's awesome because they really deserve it after being subjected to a harsh life.
Right.
How do you choose your dogs? Do you get them from other shelters? Do you get them from where do you get your dogs from?
Some of them can be owner surrenders from animal
shelters. Is there a lot of them?
Probably about half of ours that we've been taking in are owner surrenders lately.
And typically, what's the reason for that? I mean, why are these people giving up these dogs?
It could be so many things. The most common things that we've seen is the dog's just too much for them. It's too hyper, change of lifestyle, divorce, so many things with the economy where they can't afford the animals or having to move into a house or apartment that won't allow them to have them.
Right.
So a lot of them truly wish that they could keep their animals, but sometimes the situation just is what it is.
Doesn't let them do that.
Yes.
Do you have any breeds that you don't take in?
No, we're not breed specific.
I notice we have a couple bulldogs here tonight.
Boxers.
Boxers, sorry.
It's
We have a
right.
couple boxers here tonight.
We're suckers for the boxers.
Yeah, right. You know what? I'm partial to them as well. I think they're an amazing dog. In fact, we're looking at the one that you have here tonight, possibly for a service dog for K9.
Correct.
So we hope that works out.
Fingers crossed, we're going in
Yeah.
a great direction with him.
So again, you're not breed specific when you look for an animal,
No.
or somebody brings you're not going to turn a dog away because it's a pit bull.
No, we've
Okay.
taken in our fair share of pit bulls, chihuahuas, rat terriers, Great Danes, pretty much every breed that you can imagine, Dobermans, bulldogs, Saint Bernard, Great Pyrenees, little, small, as large as they come. So we're really not specific on that by any means.
Tell us about your adoption process. How does that work?
We ask that anybody who's interested in adopting go on our website, fill out our online adoption application. We'll go ahead and review it. We try to actually look through and see what's best fit for the family so that we can pair them up with an animal that would actually
So
fit.
you got a screening process that you put them through
Correct.
to make sure it's going to be a good fit?
Yes. They may be looking at a specific dog, but sometimes, believe it or not, the way that it works out, that dog might not be the best fit for their family. So we'll try and work with them to find an animal that would be the best fit because we're trying to set them up to succeed, not to potentially have them fail.
If you give somebody if they come in and they adopt a dog from you, they take it home with them. Do they have, I don't know, like a week to try it out to see if it's going to be a good fit for them?
Typically what we do, if it doesn't work within the first week or two, we will go ahead and either refund the adoption fee or try maybe with another breed of a dog or a different dog in our rescue because we want to place an animal into their family.
In a good home.
Yes.
Right, I get it. What about the whole family has to come in when you do that?
Yes, and we
So-
also do a home visit prior to
I was just gonna ask
finalizing
you
it.
that.
So we do go there. Again, we can tell them exactly, hey, this dog may get
Right.
into the garbage or may be wanting to jump on the couches. So we set them up to succeed rather than potentially let them fail on their own just because they didn't know enough about the animal.
What's an animal sanctuary? Define that for me. What's the best way to explain that to our viewers?
The best way to describe it is older animals, animals that have cancer that are on a limited time in life or have such high medical issues that may be extreme cost or extreme amounts of care. We kind of consider them our sanctuary dogs, but it doesn't mean necessarily that we won't ever adopt them out. It would have to be to the correct adopter who
Right.
really is up to the task of it because they are a lot of work. We've got a dog in the rescue that requires diapers, so you've got to change his diaper multiple times per day, and obviously,
I would assume those dogs are a lot more difficult to place in a home.
yes. So we consider them the sanctuary dogs.
I've got a good friend of mine, Danny, from Save a Vet. They rescue military dogs that have done their service, and if they couldn't be adopted out because of they develop a case of PTSD, Danny will pull those dogs from the military with the understanding that they can't adopt them out because they have issues.
Right.
Danny, Save a Vet has a farm in Indiana, and these dogs live the rest of their lives out in luxury. I mean, it's an amazing place,
Right.
and it's so deserved for these animals that helped our veterans. So, the sanctuary is a great idea. Just like you just said, for the one that has to have diapers, and if no one's going to adopt that dog, it's great knowing that there's a place like yours that's going to give that dog what it needs for the rest of its life, however long that is. So,
Right.
My hat's off to you because not many people are willing to take on that, not only the responsibility, but there's got to be a cost involved there for the
Yes.
care of these older dogs or sicker dogs. I mean, that's an extra burden that you're taking on to provide for these dogs. So that's amazing, So even though they're considered sanctuary animals, and at your sanctuary, they could still be adopted out if you find the right home.
Correct.
But it's got to be the right home.
Yes.
We've got. Who do we have here?
Zoey.
Zoey. Zoey, I don't know if she can get up here.
Come here, Zoe.
Come on, Zoey. Come on. Up here. Come on. This is Zoey. I don't know. See. This is what is now. Is Zoey up for adoption? She's your dog.
Right now we're completing her vetting. We were just at the vet, so
How old is Zoey?
the vet is estimated about 6 to 7 years old.
Hi.
We are very hopeful
Say hi. Say hi.
that everything is well with her, but
Uh-huh.
there is a little tumor on her left foot, so we're waiting for biopsy results
cute.
to come
Yes.
back, just hoping that it's not the big nasty C. And if it is, we've already got a plan to treat her.
That's
but
amazing.
hoping that everything goes well.
And again, like I said, that's the amazing part is that you're not gonna. A lot of places, a lot of adoptions, rescue places won't take a dog like that on because it's hard enough when you have a rescue to feed the dog, take care of the medical for the dog. So you don't want to bring in a dog. They don't want to bring in a dog that has these issues. And then on top of it, now they got that added expense of taking care of that dog's medical issues as well. So, how I guess you're a 501c3.
Correct.
We're a 501c3.
Yeah.
So, I think we both know how hard it is to compete for the same dollar.
Yes.
Okay, and there's only so much money out there. All our 501c3s are after the same donation. So, how do you go after your donors or your supporters?
Multiple different ways. We do fundraisers that we invite people out. We do a Walmart fundraiser during the summer months once a month.
Which is what?
So we have our volunteers. We stand outside of Walmart. We ask for donations off of our wish list. Could be cleaning supplies, diapers, baby wipes, monetary donations. We also help try and get volunteers, meet all of people in our area, so we can tell them about what we do, help out current pet owners. They may need some help. But we've applied for certain grants. We'll put fundraisers out on our Facebook page, on our website. So we're not really limited to one specific way of trying to get donations. We try and circle the whole bunch.
Where are you housing your rescues now?
Currently, they're all in foster homes. Basically, foster home steps up. We provide all medical care, food, crate, toys, collar, leash, whatever the animal needs. So it's all at the expense of the rescue.
How many do you have in rescue now, would you say offhand?
We have almost 30 animals in the rescue in foster homes right now at the moment.
That's a lot of mouths to feed.
Yes, and it's a lot to keep up with the fosters.
Oh, God. Yeah. And fosters are such an essential part of not only what you do, but we do. If we get a service dog that we want to pull from a rescue or one's given to us, and we don't have a place, and our veteran's not ready for it,
Correct.
we try to find a foster to place it with them for a week or two until our veteran's ready. So we know how difficult that can be, is finding the right foster. Because it takes a certain type of person to be a foster.
Yes.
Otherwise, they become like you, a foster failure.
We don't want too many of those.
No, you don't. No, you'd be out of business.
We'd have no more good potential adopters.
Where's your sanctuary going to be located? And one of the main reasons why we're here tonight, because you got something really big you're putting together.
Yes.
And it's really, when I first heard about it, I thought this is a big project.
It is. It's scary. It's exciting. There's a lot of emotions going through.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's a huge task. It was something for years that we've dreamed of, that we've been looking for, but we're just taking it one step at a time. It's going to be located in Morris, Illinois. On our property, we've got 8.74 acres, so we've got a lot of trails cut out. We've got a pond existent on our property, some fenced-in yards. When the building gets there, we'll attach a lot of the fenced-in yards. The building's almost 6,000 square feet.
And that's what I want to get into now. Tell us how, when you called me and said, I could use some help getting something transported, I'm thinking, wow, something small.
Couple pellets
You
of
begin
dog
to tell
food.
me it's a 6,000 square foot building. It's got to be moved. How did that come about? Because that was an amazing gift.
Yes, it
that
definitely
someone gave
was.
you. I mean,
Definitely was.
Donations like that don't happen every day.
Right. What sparked the whole thing was we had some damage to our house this winter from the polar vortex, and we were looking at renting a modular trailer while the repairs were done. And once we seen the cost of that, it was like, maybe we can't afford to rent it.
Right.
Where do we stay with the animals while the house is being fixed? And so basically, my husband's great, always looking up stuff on the marketplace and, Craigslist
Chris.
and whatnot. And so he found that these modulars were actually up at auction. So we drove out to Indiana, looked at them. A very good friend of mine went with us. And we said, there's 5 sets of them. Let's see what we'll bid on one of them. My friend calls me the day of, about a half an hour before the auction. Says, bid up to this amount. If you win it, I'll go ahead and purchase it for the rescue for the animals because you would do
Really?
amazing things with it. And she's like, no one else deserves something like this, especially out of something so bad that we just went through, with
So you
roof
put
damage.
a bid on it.
Yes,
This person
yes,
said, okay, you bid 1, I'm going to pay for it.
yes,
And it's 6,000 square feet.
yes.
And how many dogs are you going to be able to house in that?
I don't know. We'll
A
find.
lot.
We'll find out.
Yeah. So where are you at with that project right now? So you got the building donated.
Yes.
I know we were going to help you with some concrete
Yes.
and some transportation needs.
Yes.
What else would you be looking for?
So we are still waiting for quotes to come in from electricians. We're still trying to find a septic company that can give us a fair price. We may or may not be able to use our
Right.
existing septic. If we have to put in our own, it's about $25,000. So we're hoping we can find somebody to help.
So in other words, if there's anybody out there that could assist and all those left behind
Yes.
on accomplishing some of this, believe me, it's a great cause. You really need to reach back into your heart and say, hey, if there's anybody that could really use this, it's this organization because, again, you do some amazing things. So, okay, get back to what we need now.
Steel roofing panels because we're going to put a new roof on it. It's got a rubber roof and it's got a couple small leaks. So just take care of that problem before it becomes a major issue. Currently it has electric, heat, and AC units, and that's going to be ridiculous with the cost of electric every month. So we're actually trying to get 2 furnace and 2 AC units donated, so it'll run off of propane. Currently we have 1 brand new furnace donated. And then we need 6,000 square feet of, we're hoping for vinyl click and lock flooring just because it's waterproof.
Right.
It is so nice and lasts forever.
What about solar?
We've looked a little bit into it, but it's still so new. You still have, what you have to do is actually, you take out a loan for it, so you've got a monthly payment, but then you still get a bill from ComEd every month.
Really?
So we're a little hesitant.
Yeah.
Do we take that
I didn't
risk?
know how that worked.
Yeah.
So how are donations coming in now, specifically for your new sanctuary that you're trying to build?
When we first put the news out there, it blew up like crazy. I was overwhelmed by everybody's kindness. It slowed down a bit, but it's okay. We're not giving up. We're still going.
What can our viewers do to help you with what you need to get this thing going?
So if there are any licensed electrical contractors, septic contractors, out there for the concrete, because we're still kind of not positive that we're going to have someone to install the concrete. Those are our biggest things in order to get the building up and going. And if we aren't able to get somebody to do in-kind donations of the labor and skills, we're looking at about $70,000 still if we had to pay money-wise.
So to get this project completed, you're trying to raise $70,000. You figure that's what it's going to take to put this together.
Yes, on top of what we've
I'm going to
already
show them
raised.
your website right now. Wrong website. There it is. There's your website. Tell us about it.
It's finally happening.
So that's the building, the building of dreams for dogs for those left behind, correct?
So that picture is an example of what they will look like once they're put together. They're not the exact building, but yes, same size, same
Can I click
type
on
of.
this?
Yes.
And that's going to take us where? So that's the building.
Yes.
Impressive. Very nice. And that's the one that you bid on and they gave it to you? Somebody donated it.
Correct.
And that's how many square feet?
5,980 square feet to be exact.
It looks like a really awesome building. I got to tell you, it's not what I expected. It's the first time I've been to your website.
It's just like a house on the inside.
Yeah.
I mean, walls, floors, ceilings.
Bathrooms?
It's got bathrooms. It's got a kitchen.
Really?
Some of it we need to convert because there's 10 toilets. We the dogs haven't learned how to potty on the toilet yet. But
Right, well, you got to figure that out. That's a given.
hey, it would save, right?
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it's definitely not what you expect. It is just like a home or
Right.
a huge office on the
And
inside.
I see that contribute button. So
Yes.
if you're out there and you really want to do something that's an amazing gift to a great cause, please go to their website and hit that donate button, contribute button, because it's definitely an awesome organization and they're doing so many good things for these animals and stuff. What about volunteers? You're always looking for, I know K9's always looking for volunteers.
Always.
And we've got an amazing group of volunteers that are out there all the time doing what they do for us. It's really an awesome deal. How are your volunteers? Are they?
We've got an amazing handful of volunteers. I'll be honest. Everybody's got their own life going on. Everybody's busy. They got
Yeah.
kids. They got family. They
Right.
got their own animals. They're amazing what they give to us, but we are always looking for more help. And especially with this building,
Yeah.
we're going to need all the
I
help that
get
we
it.
can get. Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
fortunately, K9 has got Reggie Latuca, our vice
She's
president.
amazing.
That girl is probably, it's just amazing what she can do with our volunteers.
Yes.
What she puts together for us, it's truly a gift. So you need a Reggie.
I was going to say I might go and
No.
just borrow.
No, that doesn't work. Reggie's ours.
I know.
So anyway, so again, if you're interested in volunteering for all those left behind animal rescue, don't hesitate, jump on board because they really need your help and they really need some donations. So please give from your heart for a cause that it's helping these dogs that are older, sickly, and not that's the only ones you do, but
Right.
You're not turning those away.
Correct.
And those are the ones that really need the help. I mean,
They do.
It's just an amazing gift what you're giving these older animals that they could live out the last few days of their life in comfort and know some compassion for a change.
Correct.
That I'm sure most of them haven't received in a
Yes.
long time. Otherwise, they wouldn't be looking for a place for you to keep them.
Exactly.
Tell me more about what your aspirations are after you get. How do you vision this after it's done?
The building itself,
Mm-hmm.
our dream is to have individual rooms for the dogs with TVs, couches, a home-like setting. We're going to try and pair them up. If two of them can get along really good, this way they've got a playmate.
Mm-hmm.
Again, for compassion, just to have a friend there.
Well, you got
that they don't
enough
feel
yard
alone.
space, I'll tell you that, with 8 acres.
Oh, yeah,
You're
definitely.
not looking,
Yeah.
you're not at a loss for a place to let them romp and play. I mean, that's a given.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we're going to start one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
We're hoping to maybe start with about 25 dogs, maybe 10 cats. We're just going to go from there. We don't want to get overwhelmed. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
Right.
You can always move forward, but you don't ever want to move backward. So, just it's going to take on a lot. But again, me and my husband, we're going to be living on site. We're going to have volunteers that have already, volunteered to come out and help so much. But again, I cannot stress how much we definitely need so much more help. Just because if we have more help, that's more time that the animals get, more social time,
Right.
more time out. It's just so much more
So volunteers
beneficial.
are a key part of this.
Yes,
Even
definitely.
even with our organization, when we have service dogs at our training center, we're always looking for volunteers to come in, work with the dogs, take them out for a walk, just
Right.
exercise them, do some training with them with our trainers. So volunteers are just a really important part of not only your organization but our organization.
Correct.
And that you just need them. You really do. So again, if you have any questions, why don't you give them your phone number or a way to contact you?
Sure. You can go on our website, which he already had listed. You can find us on Facebook under All Those Left Behind Animal Rescue, or you can contact me directly on my cell phone at area code 815-531-4929. And any help, no matter how little or big it may seem, we're so appreciative for any little bit that anybody can offer to us.
Right. And if you have any questions, you can contact me. I could put them in touch with your organization. And again, let me thank you because again, I don't think there's enough organizations out there like yours that are doing the right thing for the right reason. To do what you're doing, you're definitely not doing it for the money.
Oh, no.
Nobody in rescue is doing it for the money.
Right.
Let's be honest. But to take on the responsibility of the older, sicker dogs that need medical attention, that's truly, to me, that's a gift to give these animals that, nobody else really wants. Let's face it. I mean,
Right.
if people have a choice between a young puppy and a dog that's sick and older, they're going to go with the young puppy.
Right.
But again, thank you, Gina Bartucci, for being my guest tonight, and hopefully you'll have some good news for us. Maybe you can call and give us an update.
Yes, we definitely will. And thank you so much for having
Gina,
me on the show here with little Zoe.
Yeah,
Little
it's been my
girl's taking a
pleasure.
nap.
It's been my pleasure, and I'm sorry you got that long trek back to.
That's all right. It's a break for a day.
Yeah, right.
Had some good hot dogs.
Lulu's hot dogs. That's where I always go right before the show to do a little meet and greet with our guests. So that's great.
Yep.
So again, Gina Bartucci, All Those Left Behind. Go to our website, donate, volunteer, do something to help this organization because there's very few out there that are as good as this one. Thank you.